Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing today?
Great.
My name is Dwayne Fabian. I'm the chairman of the Clayton County Library Board of Trustees, and at this time I call this meeting to order. We're going to our next phase, which will be our prayer by Pastor Skidmore.
Let's all bow our heads. Lord, we thank you for today. I thank you for such a beautiful day, God, that you woke us up this morning. You breathed your breath into our lungs. We thank you. We are forever grateful. Lord, I pray that in this place tonight that we will join together, connect together, and Lord, any decisions that have to be made or anything we discuss, that we would do so, God, with you getting the glory. Lord, I pray that our time here will be effective. I pray that we will allow you to guide and direct each thing that we discuss. We'll always give you the praise and the glory and the honor in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Skidmore. At this time, I'll go into our roll call. Madam Secretary?
Yes. Dwayne Fabian.
Present.
Herman Drew Andrews. Sabra Skidmore, present. Salima Abdullah. Ebony Brown. Sherry Gates.
Present.
Trina Kowali. Shepherd Isaac.
Present.
Shernese Shaw.
Present.
Joanne Johnson.
Present.
And Siobhan Fleming.
Present.
All right, Madam Secretary, do we have a quorum?
We do, sir.
Excellent. Next item on the agenda will be the approval of the agenda. May I have a motion, please?
I make a motion that we accept the agenda.
It's been properly moved by Secretary Skidmore. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second by Trustee Gates. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? And the motion carries. Next item on the agenda will be the approval of the minutes from March the 10th, 2026 BOT meeting. May I have a motion, please? May I have a motion, please?
I make a motion that we adopt the minutes of March 10th.
It's been properly moved by Trustee Isaac. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Johnson. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposers? Any abstention? The motion carries. Madam Secretary, do we have anyone sign up for public comment?
We do not.
Fair enough. Next item on the agenda will be the director's report.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Sherry Stanley, Deputy Director for the Clayton County Library System, and I want to start off by thanking all the staff. You know, our director is very passionate about what we do, and he always thanks the staff for all of their hard work. And so, we are at the Northwest Library. We are talking about impactful stories. And so first what I would like to do is I would like to turn the microphone over to Ms. Kimberly Oliver. And we're going to talk about, she's going to give you a little insight of Northwest and the community that we serve here.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Like Sherry said, I am Kimberly Oliver, the branch librarian here for this wonderful facility. For those of you who may not be quite familiar with the Riverdale location or the Riverdale community, we actually serve over 14,000 residents that live here in Riverdale. We also service people who are neighboring communities such as College Park, as well as Fulton County, who often cross the border and visit our library. In addition to that, you know, our community is very diverse, and because we have a very diverse team as well. We have a team of employees that speak English, of course, speak Spanish, Yoruba, Creole, Igbo, and also communicate in sign language. And this is fluent. And so those patrons who are speaking those languages, and we do have them come in speaking those languages, and we're able to communicate with them, which makes them feel very much at home. Okay. We also offer here at the library a diverse amount of programs, children's program and adult programs. Our adult programs are usually catered to patrons in a way where it's something that they can benefit from, something that can help them in their lives. And so recently we had a health fair, which we had almost close to like 80 people attending that particular fair. We also partnered with Georgia Justice Project. So the first Friday of every month, we host a virtual program alongside with them, where individuals who have situations with expungement, need record sealing, they can get that education and learn exactly what steps they need to take in order to make that happen for them. In addition to that, we have our famous crochet class every Monday and Tuesday. And it's just not a crochet class to bring the community together and do something, you know, that everybody enjoys. But this crochet class has a mission. Their mission is to always give back. And so once in a while, our crochet club actually sews or crochet little baby hats or goodies and stuff and donate it to places like Africa, the hospitals and stuff like that. So they do have a mission. Our library, because of the dynamics of its space in comparison to some of the other branches, we host almost like 400 patrons per month because of our meeting room space and our study rooms. People are using our study rooms, whether it's to conduct virtual interviews, to have mini lessons that they're trying to do, a whole host of things. So a lot of people are constantly coming in our doors. We are busy, to say the least. Okay, and so that is basically Northwest in a nutshell. Any questions?
Yes. How are we able to obtain each individual that speak the different languages fluently?
I interview. I'm looking for that. When I interview, I try to find individual who reflects the community. And because I know the type of people that's coming to visit our branch and hearing a lot of the people from the continent of Africa, you know, with that thick, heavy accent, you know, okay, we need someone in here who can communicate with them well. The people who are coming in with that thick, heavy Spanish accent that doesn't quite speak English well, we need someone in here who can. Now, granted, we do have the ILA, the little device that can translate, but nothing beats that face-to-face personal communication and contact. So, you know, when I interview, I'm paying attention to what else are you bringing to the library that's going to really help our community. That's basically what it is.
Excellent.
Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Kimberly, I just want to commend you and your staff on your professionalism and your kindness. A couple of weeks I was in trying to get a meeting for a particular group that I'm involved in, and you and your staff were very, very kind to help with that, and you did send me an email like you said you would, and I just think that you should be commended for that, being very professional, helpful, and very kind, so thank you.
Thank you, and I will definitely relay that to the staff. Anything else?
And I just want to make
Yes,
a
ma'am.
statement.
Sorry.
Somebody else?
I actually met a couple of the crochet ladies from the crochet club today, and they talked a whole lot about what they do. I mean, they even invited me to come sometime. So they are very personable. Everybody that walked by, you know, they were crocheting actually. So, you know, everybody was interested that walked by. So they just invited us all. So they were real nice.
Great. Yes, ma'am, you had a question.
Have you ever thought of having like subgroups as far as meetups for the individuals of different cultures, because I haven't seen a large, like, Nigerian population in other areas of Clayton County. And so it's interesting that here at the library, you have someone that speaks Yoruba, because you have enough people coming in that speak Yoruba.
I have actually been thinking about, and actually started last year, where I'm trying to get like cultural groups into the library to kind of showcase, what that culture is all about, and so that other people in the community could understand who they are rather than making assumptions about who they are. So my first one in 2025 was through Alma Mexicana, where they spoke about their culture, they presented what the culture looked like through dance, through music, and through a presentation. And so I'm working on little things like that. I'm still working on it. It's not always that easy to find the group, but yes, it has been something on my to-do list. And just stay tuned. It'll be coming soon. And just lastly, one more thing. If you're interested, or anyone that is interested, we do have an estate planning workshop, 2-part series, starting this Saturday to be followed by the other Saturday. First one is going to be talking about estates, wills, and trust. And the other section will be inviting the lawyers to actually answer questions. And again, my programs are very particular, because I'm always wanting to make sure that people get information that can benefit their life. Any other questions?
So before you leave, Kimberly, and this kind of sparked where we talk about impactful programs, and we thought that it was important to have the managers come, because every month you hear about what they're doing, but it's nothing like hearing it from the person themselves, because they are experiencing it, they make the impact. So what I would ask, one thing is, can you talk about an impactful story where you have helped a patron, an organization, what have you, that really stuck out to you? I know it's so many.
It doesn't have to be related to Northwest Branch.
No, it does not.
So, of course, Northwest Branch is the most recent branch in the system. But I was also at one of the oldest branch, which was the Jonesboro branch there on Smith Street, before it was actually torn down. And the one thing that would always stick with me is one of the programs I had about naturalization, and helping people get their passport. At the time, I think we had some type of resource on our website that I introduced them to. And we went through that, walked them through the process, and one of the individuals that participated, the others went home and completed. This one particular individual completed his, came back and said, you know what, thank you so much. I am now a U.S. citizen.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you again, Kimberly, for talking about your experience. And this is one series that we're implementing because it is very important to tell our story. We want to tell our story before others tell our story. And so you can see the good work that's happening here at the Northwest Library. Also, every community is different. So you just heard the difference in this community. So every manager or representative from a branch will come eventually to kind of share their experience, talk about their community. And so I will now start back with the director's report. On March 25th, Director Pieram hosted a strategic planning kickoff meeting. And during this session, he introduced the committee members. So for some time now, he has wanted to start forming a strategic planning committee, because we need a strategic plan. This guides your vision, your mission for your operations. And so now this is the perfect opportune time. The Georgia Public Lottery Service, they offer a program called Rapid Results, where you can create a strategic plan within 6 months. So the start date is April 1st, and the ending date would be October 1st. So this was actually a wonderful opportunity for the committee to meet one another, see how diverse the committee will be. We have someone from representing the school, we have a pastor, we have a former sheriff, we have many professions that will help with this. And this will be insightful for everyone. And so there again, during this meeting, Director Parham talked about the expectations, the roles, and the commitment, and talked about the strategic planning process that will take place all together. So this was kind of a welcoming environment, and definitely great for building relationships and meeting and greeting. And so you all will be updated as different meetings take place. Coffee with the Librarian. On March 2nd, I had the opportunity to host Coffee with the Librarian. We hosted the 4 mayors, the Mayor Dr. Ellison from Forest Park, Mayor Wynn Dixon from Riverdale, Mayor Llewellyn from Lovejoy, and Mayor Sauter from Jonesboro. And this was such a wonderful event. They shared a wealth of knowledge. We could have just gone on and on, but they had very inspiring stories. And you can see that all communities are different. Each mayor talked about their role, but they also, what stood out to me, talked about how do you, when you have a lot of responsibility, how do you make sure that you have self-care for yourself as well. We talk about mental health, but we want to make sure that we have the appropriate coping skills. And so this was just such an insightful conversation. I thought it was just very timely. And we definitely have a new mayor in Forest Park, Mayor Ellison. And so we mentioned to her, she mentioned that she had only been in office for about 2 months. And so we said, we will bring you back, to talk about some of the different initiatives, because she comes from corporate, and she talked about the differences that she was seeing from the corporate aspect. So this was actually wonderful. Legitimate Conversations. Legitimate Conversations is hosted by Assistant Director Kimberly Clayton and our Public Services Supervisor Kimberly Jones. And so I was a guest on their podcast, and also Portia Smith, who was a therapist. And we read the book, The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Has anyone read that? That is an excellent book. And so we definitely encourage you to read that. That was an excellent conversation. And so it is currently on our YouTube channel, so you can also go back and look at it. In honor of Women's History Month, the Clayton County Library System created engaging themed displays, hosted a variety of programs, celebrated the achievements, contributions, and the impact of women throughout history and local communities. These initiatives included interactive discussions, creative workshops, and special events that highlighted women leaders, encouraged community engagement, and provided educational opportunities for all. The Clayton County Library System welcomed back the DES job program. So we welcomed back the Department of Exceptional Students from the Clayton County Public School System. They work within our branches to assist with cleaning certain areas, weeding our books, and other related tasks. And we want to thank Ms. Melanie Archie of the Clayton County Public School System that leads that. She has been working with us since I worked in children's, and that was in 2016, and so they do such a phenomenal job with the students. National Read Across America. Several of our branches celebrated National Read Across America. and this is Dr. Seuss's birthday. And so Forest Park hosted a Dr. Seuss story time at the Little Ones Learning Center with songs, dance, and readings of The Green Eggs and Ham and The Cat in the Hat, giving each child a cat in the hat. Headquarters families enjoyed theme activity stations and crafts and were guided by the youth services staff and the teen volunteers. The Morrow branch combined the Read Across America and St. Patrick's Day and a science activity including Dr. Seuss Read Aloud, slime making, and bingo. The Northwest branch featured the Places You'll Go, with discussions and creative stations encouraging family engagement and a love of reading. And the Riverdale branch celebrated with crafts and activities highlighted by the staff, bringing the Cat in the Hat to life. And what I would love to do is talk about outreach. We have a new assistant director. We call her Jenny, but her name is Virginia Van Orsdale. And so we have really been out in the community. And so new employee training, we talked about new employee training some time now. And this is where the county onboards new employees every month. And there's a representative from each department. And the library system is one of those departments that come in and talk to new employees about the different benefits of the library and how we can help you. And so Jenny Van Orsdale, as well as Laura Eby, who is our virtual services coordinator, they shared information about library services, and they actually had 13 people sign up on the spot for library cards. So they were able to actually issue the cards out right then and there. Career Day at Brown Elementary on March 6th, the assistant director, Ms. Van Orsdale, participated in a career day at Brown Elementary, an event featuring the county agencies, small business owners, and other community professionals. She was assigned to 5 kindergarten classes with approximately 25 to 30 students, and so this was very engaging for her. And there again, we talk about the impactful programs, impactful stories, and she was excited about that. Clayton County Day at the Capitol. We got a chance to go down to the Capitol again. We had gone for Georgia Public Library Service, but we also on March 26th went down for Clayton County Day at the Capitol. Our chairwoman, Dr. Malika Anderson Henry, highlighted the Clayton County, and we got a chance to see our legislators and representatives and speak with them as well. Clayton State University Resource Fair. Our outreach, Jenny Van Orsdale, went to Clayton State University, and they were hosting a care resource fair where students and their families had the opportunity to come and to find out more about Clayton State. Now, she mentioned that they had a lot of the resources that Clayton State provided, and they invited the library system as well. So she had the opportunity to talk about some of the databases, resources that we offered. And a lot of the students said that they didn't realize that we offered that anymore. You know, we do have, you can have the books, but we also have audio books. And so they were very excited about that. And so she got a chance to share her impactful stories. So I want to read those. She said, and she also went to Morrow Middle School as well. She said that they were so surprised to see, they said, we thought libraries were a thing of the past. And I thought, wow. So they were very excited to see that we are very much relevant and the different activities that are going on within the library system. The students at Clayton State were surprised to see what the library offered, and many took brochures and talked about services we provide for veterans. And then one student, she said, one student was over the moon that we were able to issue her a physical card. Nothing beats holding a book in my hand, flipping the pages as I was leaving the event. She made sure to thank me and let me know she was coming to the library on Friday. So these are the connections that we're making when we're going out into the community. And so we were very excited to hear that. Any questions or anything that I presented?
Okay.
No.
Next item on the agenda will be the financial report.
Okay, that sounds good. We will pull up the financial report. Okay. Okay, so the first one you will see grants. And Director Parham had a meeting with myself, the office manager, and the assistant directors. We are on track for our financial report. For grants, you can see, as you can see with the building and improvements, that large number, of course, that is for the Clayton County. That will be for the Riverdale Courtyard, the renovation. So that is what that money has been earmarked for. Next slide. So you will see now, we will get into the branches. Riverdale branch, if you would focus on the office supplies and focus on the food, you can see that we just have a little over $1,000. And so we are doing very well. The fiscal year ends June 30th, so we are in great standing. Next slide. All right, and you can see Morrow branch, we have $45. So we are doing very well. We are spending, and spending. All right, next slide. You will see Forest Park, we have a little bit over $2,000, but we are still in good shape. Next slide. Okay. And headquarters, we have some money, but these have been allocated for different projects, and so we are doing very well. All right. The next one, Lovejoy, $7.46. All right, next one. And Northwest, we have a little over 2,500, and so we are doing very well. With the library administration, we are doing very good. You will see travel and training. We have different conferences that staff members will be going to, so we are fine with that, as well as any of the minor equipment. We have earmarked that for different purchases. And with our technical services, this deals with our dues and subscriptions, as well as our library books and materials. And so we are in great shape for exhausting those funds. Any questions for the financial report?
And hearing none, we will accept the financial report as read. Next item on the agenda will be the deputy director's report.
And what I would like to mention is that at our upcoming Board of Commissioner meetings, we will have 3 memorandum of understanding on the agenda. So the first one will be the Georgia Humanities Grant, and that's for $7,500. So the Clayton County Library System, through its full range of library services that meet informational, educational, and leisure interests, will provide programs that bring together historians, authors, scholars, civic leaders, and community members to explore how democratic ideals have been interpreted and expanded throughout the nation's history. These facilitated discussions will invite participants to reflect on the meaning of citizenship and naturalism, civic responsibility, and bringing it into a diverse society. That will be one. We also will have an MOU for Authentic Mind LLC, and the mission of Authentic Mind is to enhance the participants' overall well-being, to provide educational experimental sessions focused on personal growth, self-awareness, and health living. Through interactive discussions and activities, participants will gain tools to navigate stress, maintain healthy boundaries, embrace authenticity, and cultivate holistic wellness in their personal and professional lives at no cost to the patron. And then the next one we will have is Furthering Fathering. And Furthering Fathering will provide a trusted community-based space for fathers, caregivers, family leaders to engage in capacity building and parent leadership development. This initiative aims to equip participants with knowledge, skills, and support aligned with the 5 productive factors strengthening family well-being, child success, and community connections. And if you would reflect back to a couple of staff development days, I think the first year of staff development day, we had Further and Father, and they presented at that staff development day. And so this is just empowering fathers within the community. All right, any questions for those? So this will just be upcoming on the BOC agenda. Okay. I would like to talk about training. March 3rd, 10th, and 17th, staff had the opportunity to attend trauma-informed services training at the headquarters library, which were offered 3 times that month. And March 20th, the Clayton County Library System attended a programming palooza. And so it's an annual event where librarians from across the state gather to share cost-effective programs and ideas and best practices. Any questions from our report?
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, moving right along. Madam Secretary, committee reports.
Okay, on the advocacy, I wanted to share, I'm not sure if this is the right spot to share this, maybe not. But I had the opportunity to speak with Christina Shepherd. That was, she gave me a phone call and we chatted a little bit, but she did do an interview.
Oh, yes.
And ask a lot of questions. She is a new director. I want to say Jefferson County, is that correct? So I had an opportunity to just kind of chat with her because I knew where that was at. And she had a list of questions that she went through and asked as far as the Board of Trustees and what our training included or didn't include, or did we have orientation. So I was able to share some feedback, being that I'm relatively new to this. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the conversation that I had with her.
And I like to echo the same. I had an opportunity to speak with her as well on your behalf, and you got all 10s.
And can I just bring some clarity to this?
Yes.
I have been very fortunate to be a part of a leadership program called Pinnacle, and it's through the Georgia Public Library Service. So we are learning about leadership, and you have to have a project. And I am in a group with 3 fairly new directors. And so we have a board of trustees, one board of trustees. Our West Georgia, her name is Christy Green, she has 12 board of trustees. 12 boards. A lot of times you have a board that governs, like a regional board, but you have local advisory boards. And so since they're all fairly new, they wanted to talk to directors that are new to make sure that they are equipped with what they need when they start, but also talk to the board of trustees to make sure that we know their needs and their wants. And we're working with Ben Carter, who is our assistant state librarian. He comes around and he has provided trustee training, but we're working with him to update the trustee training to make it more robust and make sure that when a board member steps into the first day, that we have some type of resources for you, whether it's a toolkit or what will come out of that. So that's what we are doing. So we interviewed directors, and now we're interviewing trustees to find out where are the gaps and where do they feel they needed more help. And I think this is a perfect opportune time because Chair Fabian, you are seasoned and you've been with us, so you can speak from that perspective as well as when you first entered the board. But Trustee Skidmore, you are fairly new, and so you can talk about what you felt should have been incorporated into your training when you got here. So thank you so much for participating in that.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else would like to share?
Okay. Next item on the agenda will be the unfinished business, and that will be the AI policy.
will be receiving a copy of the AI policy. This will be the second read of the AI policy. This policy has gone through the Clayton County Legal Department as well as our Information Technology Department. So any questions for this policy?
I have none.
Okay.
Anyone else? Okay. Well, with that being said, I need a motion to approve the AI policy.
I make a motion to approve the AI policy.
It's been properly moved by trustee Gates. May I have a second?
I'll second that.
It's been properly moved and seconded by trustee Skidmore. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposes? Any abstention? And the motion carries. Thank you. All right. Items B and C has been handled. Let's go over to our new business, which is none. And so our last item on the agenda will be the introduction of our new appointee. And I won't say that she's a new appointee. She's been on this board for a year or so. And she's been very instrumental to this board, in what she has done. She's been reappointed to the Board of Trustees, and that'd be Dr. Siobhan Fleming. Dr. Fleming is in your hands.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be back. Good evening. I see many familiar faces and some new faces, so hello to the new people that they're new to me, not new to the board, of course. But so I look forward to working with you all, and I'm glad to be back. Thank you for having me.
Okay. So if there's no other further business, I have a motion to adjourn. It's been properly approved by, motion by Secretary, I'm going to call her Secretary, Trustee Abdullah. Is there a second? Secondary by Vice Chair Andrews. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? And the motion carries. Everyone have a nice evening.